Suspect is armed.
Proceed with caution.
Anybody in the house? This is the police. Come to the sound of my voice. Police Canine will be sent. Anybody in the house? Come to my voice. Do it now. Police Canine will be sent. What? What? Find it! Find it!
Hey guys, Brad Kaufman with Lions Tactical. Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about canine techniques, some meds, some training tips and hacks that have worked for us. I've got my canine partner Bora, retired Malinois. He and I served together for a number of years. He's now, like I said, retired, stays at home with my wife and our 3 English bulldogs. But just wanted to start off, guys and gals, with some canine medical tips that have previously worked for me. Something I would suggest is, obviously, when you're running your canine, think about your canine med kit. It should be very similar, if not one and the same med kit that you have on your kit, your load-bearing vest, in your pocket, duty pouch, whatever it may be, and individual first aid kit, your IFAK. For the most part, what is in your IFAK will work on canines when they get hurt on the job or even off the job, or off duty back at your residence, or you're on a hike or whatever it may be. Here in Texas, snakes are rather obvious. There are a lot of snakes around here basically. So whether it's copperheads or rattlesnakes, I keep Benadryl in my IFAK. One, I'm allergic to red ants and bee stings, but I know if the dogs get bit by copperhead snakes, that I dispense 25 milligrams of Benadryl per 25 pounds. So Bora's a little over 80 pounds, so I'd give him about 3.5 pills, or approximately 80 milligrams of Benadryl. So Bora was in service. What did I carry for meds? What did I carry for a kit? I always had combat gauze, combat bandages, tourniquets. Hard to work on canines, even though I had 2 tourniquets on me. One was affixed to my plate carrier, and then I had another one in my IFAK, which was on my back, easily accessible by me or some of my teammates. Here in Texas, heat stroke can happen real quick. One, because we have temperature and humidity. My recommendation on that for any canine handler, minimize the exposure to humidity and temperatures with dogs. Recognize what happens to your canine when he or she's experienced heat exhaustion. You'll get that 1,000-meter stare. You'll get them to be a little bit of lethargy that steps in or kicks in. That 1,000-meter stare where they're non-responsive, disobedient, might even be vomiting. You need to recognize those signs. Some of the combat veterinarians that have traveled overseas in theater in the Middle East, their recommendation is to put your dog in an ice bath for 30 seconds, make an assessment, whether it's using a anal thermometer or just looking at your canine. But get them in a bath as soon as possible. That doesn't mean to immerse them for minutes, but like I said, 30-second segments, and get them to your nearest veterinarian. So if you're on duty, you're in a squad car, you're off duty in your personal car, have a plan. Know where your local fire station is. One, they have copious amounts of water, or the ability to dispense lots of water real quick. Those guys are medics, and they may even have medics at the fire department that are trained. So just having that knowledge while you're on the road, especially while you're on duty, Get your medics trained up in canine med techniques. I know my former agency was phenomenal about getting our medics trained in canine techniques, and actually have saved some of our dogs when they were in service or when I was in service. Here in Texas, like I said, temperatures and humidity often high. We don't have super cold winters, but the luxury of having a swimming pool less stressful on your canine. Get your dog in a pool, have him or her swim laps, put him on the long line. If you have the ability, walk the perimeter of your pool, a neighbor's pool, wherever you can find a pool. You don't always have to run your dog for conditioning. I worked with a canine handler who got on his mountain bike and his dog would run after him. Great conditioning, but again, tough on the joints. So while Bora was in service, and even now, he and I, he was in the pool first. I bought a Columbia ball, big hard plastic ball about the size of a kickball, and I'd let him push it around the perimeter of the pool, and he would stay in that forever. Talk about conditioning. Again, I was mindful of humidity. Even though we're in the pool, even though he's in the pool, I still stayed mindful of the humidity. As a canine handler, your dog only gets as smart as what goes down the leash. But put your dog in a muzzle, get somebody to be your rabbit, get your dog motivated and fired up on the decoy downrange, or just somebody else. So there's less of this trying to get the muzzle off, and there's more attention to detail where your dog will work, he'll train in a muzzle. It teaches them to stay in the fight, stay on the bite. Good police dog, good military working dog, stay in a muzzle all day long. Again, being mindful of temperature and humidity. Conditioning for you as well. It's not just about your canine. Now, all of our dogs were reward based, they weren't food based. So we had a PT test, we'd take it once a year. Previously we used to take our PT test 4 times a year. But a fit dog, we should have a fit handler. Get in the gym, push yourself, get in the pool, get your dog acclimated and conditioned as well. There are many times I put Bora on the treadmill with me at a hotel. If you've never seen the videos of police canines training them on treadmills, let me tell you, we did it. We put some videos out there as well on YouTube. Local PD, nobody could believe it. Put the treadmill on slow, let your canine start walking. You stand in front of it, have some liver treats or his favorite treat, and just get him fixed on you. Put him in his kit, put him in his vest, and cinch him down so that he can't travel left or right. And certainly you don't want him falling off the back. But I would walk away from Bora here at my residence, and 5 miles later he's still on the treadmill because I got him conditioned to just stay on the treadmill. Was he running? No, I just have him walking. Again, you're a canine handler, you want to be a canine handler, not a canine transporter. So get off the X, think outside the box, do something that you haven't done, push yourself. And like I said, be a leader. You're an awesome team. You're the team leader. Your canine expects it. Your teammates demand it.